Hello there, it's your girl Daphne back with another video. Hello there, welcome back. All I can say is I failed. I had high hopes that I was going to be able to keep this garage in tip-top shape, but I was not successful. And one of the main reasons why I think I was not successful is because I didn't take my time and think about the usage of items. And also, I've been doing a lot more DIYs and crafts and shopping, and those items have been put in the garage. So this time around, I have to think of other categories and give myself room to bring other things within the garage. And you know what that means. If I need room, I need to get rid of some of the things that I have in here. Now, that's a little hard for me sometimes, being able to sort through things and declutter, but I've been building up to this. So I think I'm at the point where I can just go right in, declutter, get things out of here, and go from there. So before I get a little further, I just want to let you know this video is being sponsored by Cricut. I'm really excited to have another video that I'm partnering with Cricut. So I'm going to be giving you a lot of information in a little while about Cricut as a company, and also sharing a project, organizational project with you step by step for the Cricut machine. But before I go any further, I just want to thank everyone for all the support that you've been doing. I am so thankful to be able to be a monetized channel on YouTube, but we're still a small channel. So I ask that each and every one of you share this video with friends and family. Make sure you give it a thumbs up so that we can continue to grow and I can continue to bring you amazing content. So let's get started. So this is why I said I failed. So what is going on is that I need to have additional storage spaces already mapped out for when I go shopping, when I'm working on DIYs, when my son Alex is working on baseball, when we're using our cooler. Like, we need to have extra space so that when we need to transition items into the garage, they just don't get thrown on the floor. They need to have a specific spot just for those items. So that's what we're going to be working on today, to be able to designate those areas. And we're also going to declutter a little more, because in order for me to have these spaces, I need to get rid of some additional items. So here we are, we're starting off. We're going to just clear out the items that I need to work on. We're not going to take everything out of the garage because we've already done that. It's more just streamlining what we have in the garage. So I'm just going to be clearing out all of those additional items that are on the floor. I picked up these clear bins at Costco. They were on sale and they are going to be put to good use. Now, in addition to those items that I need to find homes for, I also need to just make sure that I am organizing in the best way and efficient way, and I'm also putting them in the right size containers. So after I did my sorting the last time, I really wish that I had put all of the flowers and all of the florals all together, because some of the greenery I use from season to season, and it's hard when you have them filed away in a specific season. So this is one of the things that I wanted to make sure that I tackled this time. So if you saw my recent freezer clean out video, you'll know that Ziplocs are my favorite. So I decided to use them here to just be able to separate the different types of flowers that I have. Leave me a comment down below how you guys organize your florals in your home. Now, because I know I'm going to start decorating for fall soon, I'm just leaving those flowers out. So a couple of weeks ago, I made some DIY yard games. So I have to make sure that I find a home for it within this large bin that I sorted all of the other games. So if you haven't watched that video, I will leave it in the cards and also in the description. There was some amazing yard games that I created. So I wonder, how often do you check back into a space that you've previously worked on? Whether it was an organizational project, a declutter, deep clean, how often do you check back in? And if you were doing a declutter, when would your next declutter be? I know for me, right after I finish a project, I am already thinking of things that I can do the next time that will improve that project. I feel that by having it always in the forefront of your mind and also take notes and make sure that you have a game plan for the next time, when you go to tackle that same area the next time, you'll be able to just fly through it and it'll be a lot more efficient the next time around. So an area always has to get worse before it gets better. So this is how the garage is looking at this point, mainly because we've pulled a lot of items out and started the sorting process. Now, one of the areas that I said that I needed to make sure that I addressed was this shelf here where I had a lot of surplus food. I thought that this wasn't the best utilization, especially because it has higher height. So what I did was I moved all of these items to the second shelf on the left-hand side, and then I was able to get a lot of the larger items off the floor, and I'm putting them on this shelf. So you'll see it a little later on in the video. It's a much better use of space. Leave me a comment down below and let me know if you agree or if you would have kept the food where it was. Okay guys, so we're almost done. We're at the point where we're just cleaning up the floors, and as you can see, the floor and the space is a lot less cluttered than it was, and we are going to be moving over to the point of making the labels for all of our bins, and we're going to be using the Cricut Explore Air 2, and we're going to be using vinyl and true brush vinyl. Okay, so we're going to be working in Design Space, which is the Cricut software. So I just typed in label and about 4,500 labels popped up. I like this little blue one and I selected it. I added it into the workspace and now I'm going to size it. So this is going to be a two-part label, the base, which is the actual label, which now is blue. And then it's also going to have the words, which is going to be in true brush vinyl. And we're going to be attaching it in 2 steps. So we're going to be copying the actual tag 14 times because we're doing 14 labels. And then we're going to type all of the words in and we're just going to size it down to the dimensions of our containers. Now, depending upon whatever font that you select, sometimes the spacing is off. So what I usually do is ungroup the letters, I resize it, and then I regroup it, and then the spacing is appropriate or how I like it. So I'm just going to be adding all of the categories, and then I'm going to be saving it. Okay guys, so we are almost finished. I'm at the point where I am ready to make all the labels. So as you saw, I went through in Design Space and I typed out all of the labels that I need. And the supplies that I'm going to be using is a standard grip mat. I'm going to be using this glossy permanent vinyl, and I'm also using this premium vinyl in this true brush. So the words are going to be out of the black, and then I'm going to pick one of these colors for the label backing. And I'm also going to be using transfer tape. And the tools that I'm going to be using is my scraper, this little weeder, and then my scissors. So as I said, this is going to be a two-part label, but because the tags are so large, they put them on two separate sheets, so it's 3 sheets. I'm selecting the type of material, which is True Brush Premium Vinyl. I'm putting on a more pressure to make sure that it cuts through thoroughly. And then just based on the dimensions of how it was laid out, I'm just putting the True Brushed vinyl on the mat. I'm using a standard mat, and then I'm just loading it, and I'm going to press cut, and the machine is going to cut out all of the categories. Now I'm just loading the vinyl in for the tags, and the process is the same, load, and it's going to cut them all out. So once it's all cut out, you're just going to begin to weed. You're going to be using your weeding tool and taking away all of the material that you don't want to have adhered. In this case, it's all of the outlines, and then also there's 2 little pieces on the tag itself that needs to be removed. I cut a piece of transfer tape that's around the size of the tag, and you just press it on with the scraper. I like to turn my mat over and pull it away from the tag itself, and then I just cleaned the substrate of the container, and then I just attach it, and I use a scraper, and this is the base layer of the tag, and now we have to move on to the actual words. So I am going to leave Cricut's website and also my affiliate links in the description. So I hope that you click on the link and explore all of the machines and materials that Cricut has to offer. They're an amazing company, and you can make so many projects, and you'll see over the next couple of weeks the amount of projects that I'll be making on my channel. I can't wait to share them with you, and I hope that you take advantage of everything that Cricut has to offer. Now for weeding, it's exactly the same. You're just going to be removing all of the area that you do not want to have, and you do it the same way with the transfer tape. And then now I'm going to be putting it exactly in the location on the tag that I want the wording, and I'm going to be using the same scraping tool. And I'm just repeating the same process for 14 more. And doesn't it look much better than those labels? And this is how all of the labels look once they're attached to all of the containers. So these are all the items that are not making its way back into the garage. They're either being put somewhere else, or they're recycling, or they're giveaways. So before we look at the after, I just want you guys to take a look at the before, and you'll see all of the items that we eventually found homes for, and we were able to declutter so much more. And here is the after. I removed the large bin that was here on that spot, and I put a little organizational rack up top, and then I also put another one on the other side of the garage. As you can see, all of the items are up off of the floor, and all of the labels are looking amazing. So I just want to thank you guys for watching another video, for spending some time with me. I really enjoyed sharing this with you, And I'm so happy that I was able to improve upon the organization that I had already started a couple of months ago. I'd like to remind you, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, please subscribe. Please give this video a thumbs up and also share with any friends and family. And again, this video is sponsored by Cricut, so make sure that you check the description box and check out all of Cricut's machines, materials, and just enjoy. Until the next time, have a blessed day.